Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I watched all films in this package. The films of Doris Wishman, the Moonlight Years, 3-disc set from Agfa, American Genre Film Academy, or Archive. And this is number 039, and this is a box that looks like this. First of all, we have this stop cover with sturdy cardboard, nice looking, nice blue moonlight looking cover. Then we have a inside there's this thing, slip cover, and then we have the Blu-ray covers here, and then inside here we have a booklet. Didn't read this, but it's an essay, Blonde Wigs and Ashtrays, Doris Wishman's Moonlight Years. how soothing. Another essay. And those who don't know, Doris Wishman is a grandma looking like this, and she made exploitation films in the 60s and in the 70s and also in the 80s. Now, what kind of films this charming looking grandma could have done? So here we have some examples, and this is the second one of these Doris Wishman sets, and the first one was the Twilight Years, and then we have the Daylight Years. That I haven't checked out, but that is waiting. That treat is waiting for me in the shelf back there. I did watch the first package, and oh boy, it was something else. But now let's concentrate on this second box, the Moonlight Years. So this includes 9 films. The first one is Bad Girls Go to Hell. Bad Girls Go to Hell. I just go this review for a little bit description about what happens in each movie, and then I go into the details about the movies, because really there's no point of talking about each film separately, because you can basically, if you see 1 or 2 films, you can basically determine that what kind of films the rest of these films are in the package. All the same problems are there, and the same crazy stuff is there. But let's begin. Bad Girls Go to Hell from 1965, and it was 65 minutes, and this film had this girl called Meg, and she was a very unlucky lady. This Meg gets raped by the janitor, and she accidentally, while defending herself, she kills the janitor, and then she has to escape the hometown, going to New York, and then there she meets this rapey guy, this drunk guy, and this lesbian woman, and this rapey landlord. So very unlucky girl, and I don't know why this film is called Bad Girls Go to Hell, because she's really a nice girl, this this Meg here. She's just very unlucky. And yeah, okay, let me talk about the execution in the end, because it's something else. The next film in this box is called Indecent Desires, and this is from 1968 and 75 minutes. Oh boy, that's a lot of minutes. But this film was what? It's so bizarre, very bizarre, premise in this film. Okay, some weirdo guy goes to a park, and he is stalking this woman, and in the park he finds a doll, blonde baby doll, and also this ring, and this is a magic ring. When he wears this ring and uses it somehow to a doll, then he gets like a telepathic communication. The doll acts like a voodoo doll towards this blonde woman he is talking. So every time he like fondles the doll, very creepy. every time he does that, so the blonde girl, she feels it. And I don't think this is ever explained to the characters. They don't ever know this relationship. And basically it is just scene after scene where this guy does something and then he gets pissed off because this girl has a boyfriend. Then he goes home and, oh my, I fucking beat you. He starts to beat this girl, and then this girl is in her home. He's like, no. The guy is whipping this doll, man. It's insane. It's insane. And then in the end he burns with the cigarette this doll, and this lady gets burns on her face. And finally happens something tragic. If you want to find out what it is, watch this film. I think this was probably the best film in this box because it was so bizarre, so bizarre. I don't even want to go there anymore. And then there was A Taste of Flesh from 1967, and that was from Super VHS Master, Something Weird Super VHS Master, because I don't think probably the film reel is lost. Other than those 3 films in this box set were from Super VHS, all others were mastered from film negatives and looked pretty okay. And this Taste of Flesh was a hostage drama. I don't know what this name has to do with anything. A bunch of guys entered this house and said, yeah, we are sticking here in your fucking house because we are doing an assassination on this foreign political leader or something. And then some harassment happened then, and the ladies fight back or try to fight back, and then we get to see the boring ending. And this was 73 minutes. And then in the disc 2, Another Day, Another Man, Another Day, Another Man, 71 minutes, 1966, when the husband of newlywed couple gets sick and bedridden, the wife secretly goes out whoring to earn money. And this was the point that these films really started to grow on me, because I realized what is the secret of Doris Wishman entertainment. The secret of it all is boringness and the poor execution. Now I can see, because each film of this box, they could have easily be shortened, like in the 20-minute duration. But kind of this repetition and boringness, it is the secret essence of Doris Wishman movies. I will explain more details towards the end what I'm really talking about. Then there was My Brother's Wife from 1966, 61 minutes. A scummy guy moves in with his brother without knowing that he's married to a pretty young girl, Mary. He starts to secret affair with the Mary and tries to empty his brother's account so they can move away. Lots of sex happen and lots of boringness happens in this film. And lots of repetition. Oh my god. I mean, this film was really struggling to fill its 70 minutes duration or 60 minutes. I mean, I think last 25 minutes was they're repeating over, okay, will you get the money? Yeah, I will get the money. Then we can leave. I love you so much. Yeah, do that. We are gonna be so happy. Then we leave. When you get the money. Then there was Passion Fever, next film in this second disc, final film in the second disc, from year 1968, and that was also from Super VHS Master. And this was some very crappy Greek film. It was shot in Greek with Greek actors, but in some point, Doris Wishman, they imported this film to USA, but they lost the dubbing track and they didn't know what is really happening in this film, so they made up their own dialogue to the film and really like added some sex scenes to this film, and they are very poorly cut in the middle of this film, and this dialogue is just pure nonsense. Clearly the actors in the sex scenes are not even the same people that are in this film. So but I think it's a good solution that if you want to see Passion Fever, you need to see it on this disc, because I don't think you could see this. What would be the point in seeing this with its original dialogue, with all this funny stuff cut out? I don't know. I don't know, man. So moving to the final dish, the sex perils of Paulette. So you wanna know what are the sex perils of Paulette? Is the fact that when she moves to New York, then there she has to become a prostitute because it is very expensive to live in New York City. So that's the sex perils of Paulette. And this time it was completely dubbed out, and they didn't even care if the lip sync is even at all in place. They didn't even care about that. They just went on and did their oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. And another Greek film, The Hot Month of August. This time this was mastered from film. And a Greek guy, Jason, meets a young but hot married woman on a love boat. And then they start this affair. And then this this murder mystery comes. And I think this was the only real film in this box. And maybe... Okay, I would have never in a million years would I have watched this Greek black and white film about this crime thriller mystery. But it was dubbed by Doris Wishman, and some love-making scenes were cut in. So, and these scenes stick out like a sore thumb. They clearly, you can tell that they're not the actors in this, and the dialogue was bullshit. And this was probably the longest film. I think this was 75 minutes or something, this hot month of August. And the final film, Too Much Too Often, this Slimeback Mike, actually I watched this yesterday. Slimeback Mike runs a prostitution ring, and then it starts where he's whipping this fat guy. And then turns out this fat guy is a leader of this very hotshot advertisement agency. So Mike is like, hey, you will fucking give me a job, or I will tell all your friends that you had me whipping your ass. And then this guy is okay. And in that office he starts picking up every lady is there, and for some reason every ladies, they're just hot on this guy, who is clearly, he's a fucking slime bug. And this thing goes on until 60 minutes is full, and then this cop that comes in this movie, which we have never seen, and he enters from the door and, hey, you motherfucker, you was the motherfucker who beat me up back 5 years ago, now I'm gonna beat you up and smash your face in, so you won't look pretty enough anymore. That's the movie. Okay, so is there anybody out there even? 35 people is watching. No chat messages. Okay, so every Doris Wishman film, except for these Greek films, there's always these similar tropes in these films. First of all, they're black and white, and they're very weirdly shot. You know, there's so many shots of legs. I don't know why. Doris Wishman is even worse leg fetishist than Quentin Tarantino. She is always shooting people's legs. And in addition to that, she's also a furniture fetishist. She is shooting like vases or flowers and curtains and even ceilings of apartments. So I don't know why. So I wish I had an example for you, but during a conversation, the scene might just cut during the conversation to a picture of some painting or some flower vase or even a ceiling for 1 second. Why? Why does it happen? Why is this happening? I don't know. But it's very confusing, and when you get used to it, you are like, okay. It starts to become very hilarious. So the films are very poorly made and poorly shot and also poorly dubbed. So basically, that was my Doris Wishman experience. These films are impossible to rate traditional standards, but I will give this box like 3 stars rating, because yeah, they are really something else, these Doris Wishman films. And except for this Super VHS Masters, the picture quality really does look excellent on all these films. So I really can't recommend this, but if you're adventurous guy and you really like bad movies, then you might want to take a chance and give it to Doris Wishman. I guarantee it is something else.